going to show you how to make this. It's a Princess Peach fake stained glass window, and it's going to take about 2 or 3 days to complete all the drying and layers you have to do. So I'm going to use this as the outline, and I'm going to put a plastic divider pocket on top of it, and I'm going to get some 3D puff paint or 3D craft paint, black, and I'm going to just follow all the outlines of this pattern. I will put a black and white version of this on my website, which you can save, download and print it out, or you can just hand draw one. It's totally up to you. So I'm just going to follow all the outlines with the black puff paint, making sure there's no gaps in between the lines. You want all the lines connecting each other, and we'll just do that. It does take a while, don't rush it, and make sure not to get any air bubbles as you're squeezing the puff paint bowl, because a big splurge can happen. So I will just do this, and obviously I sped this up, so otherwise it would be really boring. And the last thing I did was the actual outline of it, because it can smudge really easily. And once you've done that, it will look like this, and you're going to put it one side to dry. I left mine overnight just to make sure it was dry. Next we're going to take some PVA glue. So you want to just put that into a plastic cup or whatever you want to use to mix it with. And then we're just going to put a couple of dollops of paint in. And yeah, even when you use white paint, you still got to put the paint in. And we're just going to mix this together. So you want quite a bit of PVA glue with just a small amount of paint. And take an old brush, or a brush you don't mind ruining, and we're going to colour in the Princess Peach. So you just colour in, obviously mix more paint with PVA glue to make all the different colours, and you're just going to want to get a nice thick layer of colour onto the plastic sheet. Make sure you go right up to the black puff paint. You don't want no gaps whatsoever. If you can't manage to get a thick layer, just do one layer, let it dry, and then go over it again, because you don't want it to be too thin. Because once we've done this, you're going to leave it to dry again, and you've got two options. If you want to use this over and over again, to put on your window, keep it on the plastic and just cut around it. So you just got that oval shape, and then stick it on the window. Use double-sided sticky tape or something to stick it on there, or you can, which I do, you can peel it off at the end, peel it off the plastic, and then it can stick straight onto a window. The only thing with that though, when you go to pull it off, it won't come off in one go, so it will ruin it basically. So once you've put it on there, it's got to stay on there until you want to get rid of it. Whereas if you keep it on the plastic, you can take it off, move it, put it on a different window, etc. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think. And you want to make sure this is totally dry, by the way, before you actually attempt to take it off the paper, the plastic, because I did actually check to see if this was dry the day after. This took like a day and a half to actually dry fully. I just kind of tapped it lightly with my finger, and there's a massive fingerprint in there now. So I don't recommend doing that. Just leave it for at least a day, maybe a bit longer, and then attempt to actually put it up. So as you can see, I'm filling up all the colours. All these paints have been mixed with PVA glue, also known as white glue, school glue, that kind of glue you've got to use. And the last colour I'm doing is the background, which is a nice deep blue. The more paint you use, obviously the deeper the colour, and the more glue you use, the thicker it gets. As you can see, when it dries, it actually dries a slightly darker. So if you're going to pull it off, gently pull it off by the black edges. Don't pull it by the coloured bit, because that would just rip off. You want to do this very carefully, very gently. And if it's sticking at all, it might not be fully dry, so leave it to dry for another few hours. But I know this one was fully dry, it just got stuck a bit. So I do recommend keeping it on the plastic and just cut around the plastic, and this is what it looks like. And then you can, like I say, you can just stick it straight on a window and it'll go on there. It was dark outside, so I just put it on a plastic sheet, like a hard plastic sheet. You just push it on there, push it down, push on all the colour bits, and it will stick to it. Again, it probably won't come off in one go if you try to take it off, but there you go. And then when the light shines in, it will shine through because it's not pure paint, it's got the PVA glue which makes it kind of opaque-ish. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. Bye!